I just saw this get posted on Facebook from a business guru, and it said, you've got to post more content to get more fitness clients. And I'm sorry, but I just threw up a little in my mouth. And this is the type of advice getting thrown out there that makes me cringe. And in this episode, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you the one piece of advice that I got shared with from a mentor of mine that dramatically changed my business. That literally took me from struggling to multi-seven figures. So you'll be able to understand what it is that you need to be able to do to build your fitness business and how simple it can be. And really it comes down to what it is you do today and not procrastinate and leave out, because you could be doing things really simply like so many other personal trainers right now, because you could be posting on Instagram multiple times a day. You could be trying to shoot heaps of videos. You could be trying to get heaps of content out there. You could be trying to be on LinkedIn. You could be trying to get a blog. You could be trying to get a website. You could be trying to build an email list. You could be trying to set up fancy funnels. You could be trying to set up Facebook ads. Good. There's a ton of things that you could be doing, but let's be realistic. There's only a few things that you can do, and there's only a few things that you should be doing to build your business. Now, instead of being confused with all the conflicting information out there as to what it is you could be doing to build your fitness business, let me share with you now what is called the 4 futures that a mentor taught me that just dramatically changed everything. Because this really comes down to what it is that you need to be doing today, and each and every day you can ask yourself, is this going to be putting yourself to one of the 4 futures that you really want to be going to? And I'm going to walk this through with you right now. So right now there is you in the now. This is you today. And then I want you to think about you in 3 years from today. We're going to think 3 years down the track, because there's 4 places that you could end up in 3 years from today. The first place is what we call ideal. This is the ideal scenario, the ideal situation, the ideal results that you want to end up with, especially when it comes to your business and what your business is doing for your life. And there's 3 things that we really think about when it comes to a successful fitness business. And this is the 3 areas that we always focus on. The first one is, how much money do you want to be earning? As business, the scoreboard that's really easy for us to be looking at the score and knowing, are we doing good? Are we losing? Are we winning? And that is dollars in and out. And that is the scoreboard that ideally we can base ourselves off. So the first is going to be, how much money do I want to be earning in an ideal situation 3 years from now? Literally, answer that question in your mind. Write it down right now. The second factor is impact, and this is, how many people are you actually helping with doing the work that you love? And the easiest way for us to figure that out is, how many customers and clients do you have? So in 3 years from now, in your ideal situation, how many customers and clients do you want to be having? And then the third factor is freedom, and that is, how much freedom do you want to be having in 3 years from now? How will you define success? How will you define your ideal situation in freedom in your lifestyle in 3 years from now? So we have an ideal idea of where it is that we want to be able to go. One more scenario that we have to think about, and this is what we call a disaster. In 3 years from now, what would be a disaster? What is it that we actually want to avoid? And let's define that just for a second right now. And so what it is, dollars wise, in 3 years from now, what would a disaster income be? Where in 3 years you'll look back and be like, this has been a disaster. I've worked hard, but I haven't achieved what I wanted to. And then secondly, how many customers and clients would you have that would define a disaster? And then thirdly, freedom. How much freedom or lack of freedom would you have in your life and lifestyle that would be a disaster looking back 3 years, back to today? And now what I want you to think about is, let's think about this, is a line to your ideal path. Let's think of a green line right now that takes you to your ideal path. That is where we want to get you on as of today. The second is a yellow path. This is going to be, okay, this is now getting to a good scenario. Then there's orange to a bad, and then there's red to a disaster. And now what I want you to think about right now, and this is what dramatically changed with me, was, let's think 1 year down the path from now. If you look at this, if you're on a red line right now and you're on your way to a disaster situation, the actual change, the difference from you to get to red to green, it's not that bad. It's like doable. You can make the change, but it's not easy. So we define this as not easy, okay? The second situation, if you look 2 years down the track from now, if you're on a red path and you want to get back up to green, this is really hard, because you've got a lot of distance that you're going to have to make up in the distance of what it is that your business has to be doing, how much money you earn, how many clients you have, and how much freedom you have. But then we have to think about it in 3 years from today. If you're on a red line and you want to get up to that ideal, you really want those results that you really said to yourself that you truly, truly want, that is near impossible. It's near impossible for you to try and make up that amount of growth in your business in such a short amount of time. And so that's where it comes down to right now. And that simply is, when are you going to make the change? Because the easiest time to make the change, the easiest time for you to get on that green path, the easiest time to be doing the right things that gets you to the results that you ideally want is right now. Right now is the shortest timeline. So if you wait 1 year and you find yourself off track, well, it's not easy. If you wait 2 years from now and you still aren't on that right track, well, it's really hard to make that up. And if you wait 3 years from now, it's near impossible. So the thing is, for you to actually get on the path to start doing what it is that you need to do to build the business that you really, really want, the time is today. Because every day that you wait, every month that you wait, hell, every year that you wait is only making it so much harder for you to achieve what it is that you really want.
And I was at this gym and I sold for the year $39,000 worth of personal training within that very instant.
Now I get to work from home, support my wife, and actually do the work that I love because I'm helping other people and impacting their lives whilst having the freedom to be able to live life on my terms. If you don't invest in yourself, none of this is ever going to happen.
We're about to possibly move and double our size solely because we want to help our community. We've partnered up with Silver Sneakers. We're going to be getting out in the community more. I mean, that just frees up our time when we've been here in the trenches and we haven't been able to do that. We've been owner operated. We're about to become business owners. And I'm truly thankful for everything that Chris and the cartel has done for me, even now in just 4 weeks. And I can't wait for what's going to happen in 2020.
This is the real deal, and this is the place to be. This is going to have an impact on your life, your relationships. You're going to earn a stack load more money, and you're going to have a bigger impact on the world. I guess where you get to really rub shoulders, and you will have a massive impact on the world. You will end up earning a whole lot more money, and to be honest, you'll have a whole lot more time as well.
We were so excited when we found the cartel and that they were able to come in with a systemized program and show us step by step along the way of what to do and the procedures to follow in order to grow our business.